Sometimes they're related, but
Matt Zeitz on the whistle.
Chip Ness comes in 19-12, so barely above 500 when he came into this tournament. And Max Dean, 31-5 is his mark.
Chip Ness from North Carolina, of course, brought a record of 16-10 into the tournament. Finished as the third-place finisher in the ACC Championship.
Now on a 2 there for Ness.
This is Ness's, as I said, second appearance in the tournament. Duluth, Georgia. Wrestled at Buford High School.
4-time Georgia State champion.
Max Dean coming from a great wrestling tradition, not only at Cornell. He has an older brother, Gabe Dean, who is a multi-time national champion and All-American. His dad from Southern Michigan.
What a stud he was. So they're back on their feet, 2-1 in favor of Ness.
Max Dean, the number 9 seed from Cornell for the Big Red. And he is a true freshman. Brought a record of 28-3 into the tournament, finishing as the runner-up in the EIWA. Of course, that town in Michigan, whose name eluded me, is Lowell, Michigan.
Savansky comes out with 2 on the reversal on 5.
Dean has some awfully big shoes to follow in.
Yeah, quite the shadow casted on him after Gabe's accomplishments, but
family tree of coaches in that family.
Damian Hahn in the corner for Cornell, former Minnesota 2-time national champion for the Golden Gophers,
along with Mike Gray.
Third in the Big Ten, 6 and 7.
Coleman Scott, on the other hand, in the North Carolina corner, an Olympic bronze medalist, and also an Oklahoma State Cowboy at one time. Although I've heard it said that once a cowboy, always a cowboy.
Exactly. 20 seconds left to go, first period. It was an early takedown by Ness in the near side of the mat. Pretty quick escape for Dean. That's been our scoring so far. Only 21 seconds of riding time for Ness. Matt Zeitz blow the whistle to signal the end of the first period. And the coin toss coming. Dean chooses down.
As you mentioned, Matt Zeitz on the whistle, Mr. Majerus assisting.
Nice mat return by Ness.
Having worked in a number of wrestling matches, or seen a number of wrestling matches around the country, of course, my first observation, we're using 2-man mechanics here, or 2-person mechanics. Some of the conferences do not do that at this point.
That's right.
I like to see it quite candidly. That second set of eyes is always exceptionally helpful.
Especially when you've got a situation where you've got to watch from one angle, the head official does, but it's nice to have the other angle with, from the assisting official.
Absolutely.
To make sure the call is correct.
None of the referees or officials working this tournament want to have a negative impact on any match, even accidentally.
Ness putting pressure on Max Dean. Trying to go over hooks. So they go under a minute. And just under a minute of riding time for Ness, and pocket as we're tied at 2. Good scramble here as we approach 30 seconds. Both have each other's ankle. Ness now on the right knee of Dean. And just went out of bounds as Dean was trying to step over.
Just a little bit of trivia. Coleman Scott's father-in-law works for the federal government, for the FAA. Has just very successfully fought a bout against cancer. Doing extremely well. I've seen him several times in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, Ness in a power position, still nothing, and time expires. Nope, they will put up the 2. Let's see if it came within time. And they're going to take a look at it. Matt Zeitz will review the video. And it's one of those things, they wear those wristbands that have a vibrating component in there. But sometimes they don't work.
Right.
I've seen that several times on my mat in the past couple days. I don't think it's a battery issue. I think it's just sometimes they don't sync up or something from a technical standpoint. Because that's great for that head official. Well, both of them wear it, but especially the head official, he doesn't have to be looking at the clock or anything.
Right. Ryan Hagan standing in the middle of the mat, trying to keep the team separated.
Next up at 197 pounds, Shakur Rashid from Penn State and Willie Nicholas from Missouri. 7th place match.
Max Deed now walking over toward Damian Hahn, Mike Gray. Again, Mr. Chris Kalai, the director of floor operations for the tournament, standing here by the head table just to ensure good order and discipline carried forward in this whole review process.
I haven't seen that.
And a reversal. No takedown is the call after the video review.
First, no takedown. It was after time was out. No takedown. Our score still 2-2 down on 7.
So we start off the final period. Ness in the down position, tied up. Now Dean chipping away at that riding time of Ness, and the Tar Heels up and away.
And again, the contact upside the headgear. You can hear it over here at the head table. And you know it has an impact on the wrestlers when their head jars when they're hit.
Even though you're wearing that headgear, it doesn't feel too good. Passing the leg is Ness. Now Dean trying to do the same thing. And right leg trapped, still nothing. Dean goes back down to the ankles. Ness still working hard, barely holding on to the right ankle. And a whistle. They'll say stalemate.
Good call by Matt Seitz on that one, Todd.
A lot of action, but they were locked in the same position for a while.
You bet. And although they were moving across the mat, they were going nowhere.
Dean, shallow shot. Nice counter. Ness stops him in his tracks. Got over-unders, and Coleman Scott throws in the challenge. Brick on the North Carolina side.
And we'll have another review, another video review here on mat 7.
North Carolina throws their challenge card on the mat.
Now, did you catch
I
the
didn't
issue
catch
or
the
the
challenge.
reason for the brick?
On to the video to see.
He's challenging that he grabbed the singlet.
Dean grabbed the singlet.
Challenging that Dean grabbed Ness's singlet.
Which, of course, one cannot do.
Nope.
Dropped his
So
first
we'll go to
round
the
match
review.
and won 6 consecutive matches in a row to finish 3rd. From Illinois, Emily Parker.
I'm always amazed at these college coaches. You know, they're at the elite level, and they can see so many details that the average fan, even ourselves, you know, we're sitting that side. I would not have caught that. You know,
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Matt Zeitz is having them replay the video once again, and he's looked at it now, I think, at least 3 times. They're going to move it back. Amber Hyde down on the video screen.
Again, the video review. Checking to see if there was.
That young lady knows just an awful lot about wrestling, I'm telling you.
It's always great to, you know, at the scorer's table to have, you know, people that have superior knowledge of the sport.
And Amber does, I promise you. I've worked, again, a number of matches across the country. She's been in that position, and she is exceptional. Rai Schilling looking over her shoulder. Rai now unplugging the screen. We're going to plug it in again. Boot it up.
Okay, calling that is reversed.
Technical violation as the call on the mat is reversed, and Chip Ness gets a point.
1 point on the board.
That is a big point as we're under a minute left to go in regulation.
A 4-2 lead for the Tar Heel. Under a minute to go in regulation.
There's Dean. Ness has been in this scenario a lot. Grabbing onto that right ankle, they'll have to watch the knee, and elevates it. 30 now.
Dean, though, putting his left leg over Ness' left leg.
This one's going to be close as we're closing on 20 seconds.
Ness is turning now to his right. Look at that.
Great power position. Spins around, gets the 2. He's up by 4.
Extending his lead 6-2.
Escape. Probably not enough time for Dean to get anything going.
Ness is backing away.
That will do it.
Junior from
6-3 your final.
finishing 7th.
Chip Ness.
All-American
You're watching the 2018 Wrestling Championships.
Ness.